Sheesh. Practice has moved back. It's like 103. We're supposed to practice 150, but they stopped practice before, I think, 14X, so it's going to be a good while. It might be a nighttime light race. Just had 2 rice cakes, man. Should have got lunch at this point now, because now we're going to be racing until probably 9, to be honest. As long as it doesn't rain again. Let's check out the weather's like live and direct. I call this full Willy Weathers. Nah, it still shows I'm at 2, but right now dry, so hopefully it just stays like this. Y'all know Willy Weathers from that movie? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think they're going to do an update in 6 minutes.
Alright, so we'll know in 6.
But last time this happened in Sarasota, we waited and we waited and we
Oh,
waited.
we started at 5:30. Like, we didn't even have to, like, they were race. Oh, yeah, bro, this might be one of those. This might have been their plan. They sent the rain cloud out because they was talking about the night show shit. They liked it.
I heard it on the
Yeah,
podcast.
this shit's crazy. That's really, you know they can make it rain, right? Like, if y'all really look at the shit, bro, you can make your own cloud and rain, bro.
You think it's random that every single time we race a Supercross race, it rains? You think
They just want to see it, bro.
You think it's
They
random?
make it. We pay for the rain cloud, bro. All right, bro. But I'm gonna go take a piss. Hopefully, shit starts to clear out so we can get on the track and get to racing. Let's get it. Woo. Just got done with my first moto. My boy got me right on the t-shirts.
Ooh, Tony D.
Yes, sir.
The house.
That's a fire photo. Yeah, that's fire. I'm hyped on that. It's always dope to be on the shirt, and it's dope it's on the sleeve weekends.
Who's got the drive off this one? Oh, Campo got a pretty good shot. Speedo Davis looking for it. Oh, Tony B coming in hot out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Campo, Picardo going to go 1-2. Davis on the 3 spot. Here we go. Ramping it up as they head down that second turn. Shimada ramps things up on that 3 spot. Now keeping things going on down the 3 straightaway. Rock and roll. These guys bring them back through in and out of that last turn. Still got it on the top spot. It's all Fredo Campo bringing it back around. Tony B on the 2, back down that last straightaway. Coming back at us.
Oh, got me some little noodles and chicken, but this shit finna smack. They didn't have tacos, but low-key, this is honestly better. But just got done with first round. Wasn't terrible, but I definitely didn't really realize or think about. Before I got into the gate, I was like, fuck, this is my first full lap back. And then I just wheelied a little bit, but just filed in, rode really smart, got in at second, and then just filed behind Fredo. And honestly, the track speed wasn't terrible. I think there's a few things I can clean up with like lines, but for my first lap, I'm definitely not really tripping at all. I'm pretty stoked actually. But yeah, I feel like there's just more improvements to be made, but I'm stoked with the second, start the day with that, and then just keep it rolling. So I'm gonna smack this, get ready for Moto 2, and yeah, that's pretty much the shortest thing it can be. There's nothing crazy that happened besides I made it to the finish line. So I'll see you guys in Moto 2.
Taking this one. Oh, dropped one off down in that first turn. We'll get him checked out right away. Out of the first turn down the second straightaway. It's all Larson getting things moving on. Larson, Lido go 1-2. Clement trying to drive in for that 3 spot. We'll see what happens with this one. Tugas bringing it back around. See what's going on with these guys. Down the 3 straightaway. We keep things moving on. Bringing us in and out of that last turn. Ramping it up. It's all Answer Factory on the top spot. Cam Larson will bring this one back through. Locking down another race on the front lines. Coming back to line. Lido.
Woo. Second moto was solid. It was me, Joey, Jack, Tugis, Larson, I think Severa, Alavian, and somebody else. I'm not sure. Oh, I think Clement. Got out okay. I like wheelied the first moto, so I tried to really drive forward on that one, and just wasn't the best. It was good, but when I got to the bottom, I just hesitated and I just like long manualed, and I lost all my speed and just filed in. Then I made a pass on the second straight. I think I could have passed Tugas too, but I just straight bar humped, and it was so gnarly. So just filed in, took my position, and so we're sitting on 6. Just need a solid lap now, and I haven't put the pieces together, so I need to put them all together, and I think I'll be where I need to be. But for what it is, I'm not mad. I'm very happy. I'm just blessed and grateful, and just, you know, in the moment, there's just things that I can clean up, and I will be where, you know, I need to be or where I want to be. So let's make it happen. Moto 3 coming up. Let's get it.
Another one headed downtown in a hurry. Who's got the horsepower to get things moving on out of the first turn? Speedo! Oh, my man Davis, the Aussie, coming down the 2 straightaway. He's locking it in right here as he's coming back at me in and out of that second turn. Got to be Calixto. Tony B. Picardo moving on down the 3 straightaway, locking it in, keeping things moving on. The 158 bike moving back through. Got to be Tugas. He's going to lock it in for that 4 spot on the way back home. It's all my man Speedo down the last straightaway. Davis, S squared colors, back to the stripe. That's the way it'll go. Elite Min down the big hill, got a big shot out of Larson down into turn number 1. The Answer Factory ride. He's going to get this one driving on the top spot out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Got to be Corbin Sherratt on that too as they keep things moving on. In and out of the second turn down the 3 straightaway. Looking for it on that 3 spot, Fede Villegas. He'll get things moving on down the line as they drive this one down that 3 straightaway. Lito's on the move. Davis trying to thread the needle. We'll see what goes on that last turn. Everybody, oh, there goes Speedo down low. Can he get the pole going down the last straightaway? Larson back to the line. Oh, looks like Davis and Villegas going to get it back to.
Whew. Didn't film too much at the track, so yeah. So I'll film the rest in the hotel room while I'm in the boots getting ready for bed. Third moto was me, Jack, Tugas, Calixto, a few others. And honestly, by the third moto, my legs just were giving out. They were just so dead from just straight back into full laps. And you know, I'm never the person to say I'm tired or any of that shit, but it was hitting me so hard. Like, I just felt so flat out of the gate. I felt all right on the track still, all that stuff, but like I just didn't feel explosive or anything. But filed in to 4th, and then I passed Tugas on the second straight, got into 3rd, and then was making up ground and just filed in for the 3. So solid finishes throughout the day. Onto the semi. I didn't get out the best. Wasn't terrible, but then when I went to manual on the first jump, my back wheel just dropped into the mud or whatever, and it just terrible. Lost all my speed. Still made a solid move into the turn, and came out. Just somebody must have hit me. I don't know who it was. I came unclipped, and I barely clipped in right before the lip. And I just like boosted. I like bar humped the berm jump, but I honestly, you know, it's just really frustrating right now, you know, just getting beat by people down the hill that, you know, just like even in Sarasota a few weeks ago that weren't even, you know, nowhere near down the hill. It's a little bit frustrating and hard to accept, and I think just having that, making the mistake, coming unclipped, like I kind of just gave up when I never do. But obviously the clipping in and jumping, I was just boosted. I barely got in. So that was, you know, I lost all my speed, so I had to boost. But, you know, like someone like, you know, Jack passed me. We were way behind, and then he caught up and made the move into the 4th. So realistically, you know, obviously it's if I didn't come unclipped or whatever, or if I just somehow got it a little smoother, could have caught up. But I was dead for 1, 2. I was just frustrated, and I kind of just let it get the best of me. But for the most part, is definitely not bad. Like, I literally, my first full lap in 6 weeks was my first moto. I had solid riding all throughout the day. So there's a lot of positives, and, you know, not many people can say they just, you know, sat for 6 weeks. Had a 1 session, you know, barely did some gates and some third straights or whatever I did, 2 sessions, and then straight into racing. I did a few sessions, you know, here too, two of them, and that the track stuff felt good, but, you know, the gates just aren't like fully there, but they didn't feel terrible. But just my lactic, or like the stuff building up in my legs, just got the best of me. So yeah, other than that, it was a solid day of racing. I'm very happy when I sit back and look at everything as a whole, which is hard for me. I think it's just very hard to accept, you know, like this injury, the way it happened, just how stupid it was. And, you know, like, it's just frustrating. I had to take a setback when everything was going the best it ever has, and I think it still is there. There's just, you know, I got to wake the body up and get it used to everything again. It's just, you know, it's hard. I didn't think it would be, you know, this frustrating. I know it was hard to even get clearance to come here, which is, you know, fine, but I wanted to. But I definitely know, you know, I can't be too frustrated. You know, I got to be grateful I'm even out here on my bike and not on the couch just sitting there watching. So definitely not terrible. And yeah, on to tomorrow. Well, day 2, just got back. Didn't film anything at the track at all. Just fully locked in, focused, or trying to be. And today started off good. Like my first moto.
Taking it down into turn number 1. Got a pretty good drive out of Smith. Picardo going to go 1 and 2. Drive this one out of the Senate. Turn down that 2 straightaway. Everybody's up on the gas right now. Coming down the 2 straight. Everybody's getting through nice and clean on this one as they drive it back around. But it's all Jay Smooth of Smith. Smith bringing this one back through Tony B on the 2 spot. Smith, Picardo go 1-2 down that 3 straightaway. Asmus, the Aussie on the 3 spot. He'll ramp it up in and out of that last turn, but nobody's touching Smith on this one. Coming back through. Smith will get it done back down the last straightaway. Smith, Picardo.
Pretty stacked moto. And ended up getting second behind Jay Smooth. Got out really good. Got the tap. I was a little bit sitting back on it, but I still got the tap landed on the pedal, so that was good. And then I just filed in behind Jay Smooth, and we just put down a heater and just, stayed smooth, rode smart, and just, took the second, which I was happy with to start the day because I felt, super tired. I did the boots. I did some, stretching, all that stuff, so I tried everything on that part. But I was definitely still feeling like I was a little tired. Yeah, and that was just what it was. Got the second, so I was hyped to start the day like that. And then Moto 2 is me, Molina, McLean. I'm not sure on the inside. For some reason, I can't really remember the laps too much, but I just know.
Who's got the drive on this one? Down into turn number 1. Pretty good shot out of Mac Attack. McLean headed in that first turn. Whoa, little tire buzz right there, man. He jammed up and saved that one. 238 bike as we come down the 2 straightaway. Molina, nice drive with that one. Tire buzzing and made it happen. Picardo won that 3 spot. He's on the charge down the 3rd straightaway. Trying to make things happen. Coming back into that last turn. Tony B's on a move. Coming in. Almost had the door open right there, but McLean going to bring this daylight cycle back to the line. He'll get it wrapped up to the stripe.
Got out okay. Tire dropped and I was just far forward, so just the drive and stuff, like I said, just isn't there yet. Got out okay though. Got into the first jump and then just followed in behind Molina. He had a brake check on Josh and just like almost ate it, so we almost just, it was a crazy first turn, but got through and then started coming around and just rode the track solid and caught up to him into the last turn. But I just didn't go for it. It was just second round. I'm obviously trying to stay as safe as possible. It was probably possible to make the move, but I just didn't. And yeah, just followed him for the 3, took that, and was happy with it. I just obviously wanted to get enough points to get through to the semi and put myself in the position to try and make the main. So yeah, that was pretty solid. And then 3rd round, it was pretty stacked. I can't remember exactly who, but I know I had Josh, I think Tugis. Let me go look. Yeah, 3rd round was me, Jeremy, Josh, Asuma. I'm not sure who else was in there. I'm trying to think. I like Drew, Japan guy. I'm not sure, Makiva, and then I don't know who else.
Big drive from McLean down into turn number 1. Suma! Nakai going to get things moving on out of the first turn, down the 2nd straightaway. Polk sliding in for a 3 spot. Tony B's on the move. You guys better watch out. He's got some track speed. He knows how to lay it down. Coming in now the 2nd turn. It's all McLean out front. Oh, there he goes. Tony B laying it down. Smith coming around the outside. We'll see what happens when Nakai, little peek over the shoulder, trying to protect the door. But it's all McLean out front running this one down the last straightaway. McLean, Bakar.
But yeah, it was okay. Didn't get out the best. Like I said, it was just the day goes by further, I just get flat. Just right now. I'll get it all back when I do a couple sessions and all that stuff, but yeah, just not poppy. And I think filed in for like 3rd or 4th, and I got pushed up, and so then I just maneuvered through the pack, caught up, went through to third down the second straight, and then made a pass on a Suma on the third straight for second. So just got the second, which was good. The points were solid, 2-3-2, so nothing bad. And it was just a solid lap of, maneuvering through the pack, passing people, even without the best start. So that was a good lap to just kind of, understand that I can, ride the track still super good. And not be super hesitant in between, jumping over people or whatever the fucking crazy shit that happens out there. So that was really good. I was happy about that. But obviously, like I said, I just really want to get, the starts, everything back. But, like I said, I can't be super frustrated. I have to be happy and thankful to even be out there. But I obviously know that I'm still missing some of my, strengths. And it's just frustrating. But, yeah. Semis.
Campo got a big pop on these boys down into turn number 1. Hero Colors looking forward. Toogie going to lock in for that 2 spot as he'll drive this one out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Everybody trying to find a way into the game right. Oh, Lido got a little jammed up. Off the lane he goes, bringing it back down that 3 straightaway. Campo on the top spot. Campo, Van Kamen go 1-2 down that 3 straightaway. Molina, Picardo trying to find a way into that last turn. Threading the needle right now. See if he can ramp something up on the way back through. Campo gets it done. Van Kamen going to go Tugas. And Molino rounding out your top 4.
I felt really, confident. I was going to just try and, I woke the body up, did everything I could, caffeine, just spin. But I definitely was feeling it a little bit. And I didn't get out terrible, really. I didn't. Just Alfredo got out and tapped to the right. I was in gate 2 at Tugas, Joey, Molina, a few other people on the outside. And when Alfredo tapped, he just obviously was in front, and I just couldn't, push because I would have hit his back tire. So I had to back down a little bit, file into the turn, and I was in an okay place. And I cut down, lost a lot of speed, but I still made a pass, got into 5th. And then I was making, up ground to try and get into the 4th spot. And, Molina just kind of closed that door on the rhythm. But I was, probably in position to pass him. The door got closed, which is, what you're supposed to do. But, yeah, definitely think I should have been in a higher position before even that situation. And it's just, like I said, it's just frustrating that, from Sarasota and Phoenix, having my fastest first straights and everything coming around, just to, kind of be behind on that again is just fucking A. It's just annoying. But, yeah, 5th in the semi, so better than yesterday. And like I said, I got to be happy that I'm even riding at all. So, yeah, so what'd I go, 6th in the semi and 5th in the semi. So, overall it was okay. I'm just thankful, and I'm definitely not in the best shape that I'm going to be. So to even be doing that good the way straight off the couch, I'm not mad. So not like I didn't do rehab, but you can't really I couldn't really sprint or do anything besides the last week, and still was taking it light before I got cleared on Friday before I left. So it's gonna be way better over time. I've put the work in, I've done everything, so it's all gonna come back and be even better. And I'm got to look at the bigger picture, and I will. And I thank everyone for, supporting me, showing me love, and keeping my head up, and, even just saying how they're impressed, and, making me feel good that, for what I'm doing out there is good, and I need to be, happy about it. And thanks to my coach, Ariel, having my back and just keep my head up, and, we're just improving, but little setback just kind of fucked me up, so. Fuck, man. I'm just so bummed, but I'm happy, but not happy enough to be happy about it. But like I said, I'll be back and better. It's just a start, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the weekend of the UCI races, so that's how those went, and then tomorrow's national champs. So definitely feel like I said, everything's gotten better. I'm in the boots, got some electrolytes, everything, try to keep the legs just as fresh as they can, and you know, every day has gotten better so far, so let's make tomorrow the best, and try to defend the sleeve. You know, it's my goal. I definitely think I'm capable of doing it. You know, I didn't win from the gate last year, so it's just about being a dog and fighting for it, and, you know, putting it all out there like I know I can, and, you know, not caring that if I don't get the best start, that's it. So see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for supporting, and appreciate you guys. National Champs Sunday. Didn't do a recap right after the race, so here I am now, 2 weeks later. But yeah, pretty much, you know, we woke up 6 o'clock, got some oatmeal, everything. Sheesh, what time is it? Everything was feeling, you know, pretty good. I was pretty dead though, you know, the third day, especially, like I said, just it was catching up to me overall through the weekend, but that definitely was, you know, the toughest day. But I wanted it to be, you know, my best day overall, at least put myself in the position to fight for, you know, the win, or even just have a, you know, a super fun main event, because it's a fun race. It's obviously stressful, and obviously I want to defend my title, but also it's just you know, it's like the chillest, hardest race, if that makes sense. But yeah, I you know, was just, you know, kind of beating myself up, you know, just frustrated. I wasn't, you know, as fast as I wanted to be coming into it, like I was in the beginning of the year, just with the time off. And, you know, I was just kind of like, I was just really like sitting there bummed, and, you know, Ariel came and, you know, tried to pick my head up, and, you know, just, you know, reminded me, like, I didn't win it from the gate last year. I was, you know, faster than I was even last year, even with what's going on. And it definitely, you know, just kind of kept me in a solid place. And I think I, you know, that was after first moto, and first.
Gates down with the big boys right now as they head down into turn number 1. I see a lot of daylight headed in that first turn. Got to be Corbin Sherrod out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Sherrod, Lido, Langford go 1, 2, and 3. Keeping things moving down the 2 straightaway. Picardo going to ramp it up going into that second turn. Hobson takes it upstairs. They get out through clean down the 3rd straightaway. It's all Sherrod on the top spot. His run of the show down that 3 straightaway. I think he wants the sleeve back this weekend. He's had it a couple of times. He wants to put it back on as we come on back down the last straightaway. Sherrod back to the line. Lido for the 2. Lakeford for your 3.
In first moto, I got 4th. I was in gate 8. It wasn't a crazy moto, but I just was so late on the gate. I jumped the first jump. I didn't jump it all weekend, and it was just so slow. And then I just kind of filed in and, you know, just cruised in, and it was just not good. It just made me feel so bummed, and I was just so frustrated because I was like, man, that is not the lap or even anything like I need to do to, you know, defend this title. And so, you know, I was like, all right, bro, you got to wake the fuck up. Like, you got to, you know, go out there, believe in yourself, ride your bike, and, you know, screw all the, you know, bad shit that you're thinking about, you know, about all the time, how you didn't get to ride or train or this and that. Just let all of that go.
Larson with a big drive down into turn number 1. Got to get the ball rolling out of that first turn. Oh, Lido goes down low right there. He closed the door up. Picardo got the white line, but he's going to keep things moving on down the stripe. We'll see what happens as they head into that second turn. Larson stretching it way out front right now. Picardo.
And second moto, I feel like I did that. It was me, Corbin, Joey, Drew, Larson, and it was pretty stacked. I got out good finally. Wheelied a little, but it was still really good drive. Tapped the first jump, and then I was filing into the first turn and second, and then Joey just low-load, and we kind of bumped. And then, I mean, in reality, you know, most of the time you kind of file in behind people, or you just know, you know, some people might be sketchy, some people might not be. And I mean, Joey's a solid rider, so, you know, when we bumped and we made those, you know, I wouldn't say mistakes, for me at least, he just, you know, cased the jump, but I didn't think he would, you know, like I said, he's a good rider, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna follow him and then try to pass on the inside, and then he cased, and I was like, all right, well, you know, I can't really pull my brakes, or I'm not gonna make the jumps, and, you know, just tried to get in there, Jumped the second one, and I still was catching up, which I was just trying to float and make it through, to be honest. If I pulled the brakes, I was going to, not be able to jump the berm, and I'm not going to, do that. That's going to give me terrible points for the next moto. And yeah, I even screamed in the air, like, yo, watch out, leave a little room, just like as a homie. Like, at that point, when you make a mistake, especially in a moto, and you're holding people up, like, if you watch in the younger classes, like if someone cases the jump before the berm jump, you need to stay straight. Like it's just a safety hazard. And he kind of cased, pedaled, and moved all over the place to the right side. And I just was trying to scream at him, like, leave some room, like, not to like let me pass you, but just leave some room because of the mistake you made. And it just kind of wasn't there. But there was a little bit, but just not enough for that inside line with those new turns. They're pretty shitty. And my front tire just gave out, and I slammed pretty hard, hit my head, got a nice little concussion, and then I hurt my hand pretty good. But the back, everything was solid. But yeah, that was the end of my national champs day. So it was pretty frustrating. I was sad. I was tearing up, crying. It just was unbelievable. I felt like I was, waking up throughout the day and was ready to, do what I had to do on that final day and just kind of forget about all the bullshit behind. And just, I guess, wrong place, wrong time. And, it just sucks because, like I said, I feel like if you case and you make those mistakes, like, in a semi or a quarter or a main, like, yeah, close that door, do what you got to do. But, like, dude, it's a moto. It's, 9 a.m., like, and supposed to be, pretty chill with each other. Like if that was the case, I definitely would leave a little bit of room if I'm making the mistake. But I guess that's just me. But yeah, and that was the end of it. But I got to watch Larson win, which was pretty dope to keep the jersey with the homies. But yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow, to just even go out like that and not even be able to fight. It was tough. But yeah, I took a week off after because I had to. The training center made me for my concussion. And then I got back into it on Monday, fully in the gym, doing everything I got to do finally again. And yeah, I'm feeling good, getting the legs going again that I didn't get to do before ROCKHILL. So, with the back, I couldn't do anything with weights, training, bikes, sprints, really, before just the week of. So moving forward, I should, be able to come back and feel a lot better at these races. And I'm excited because, I started the year off where I wanted to and was even improving more. And, these hard times are making me stronger, and, I'm realizing a lot of stuff, and, it's only going to make me better. And, opportunities keep fading away, but more will come, and I definitely will be a lot more ready for those, just because of the shit like this that happens. And I'm a fighter, I'm a dog, I've been through some shit, and I'm not gonna quit. So as much as it seems like it's bad right now, I know that there will be good, and I'll forget about a lot of this stuff and just remember how much it made me stronger. So appreciate all of you guys, my sponsors, the supporters, everybody. For real, like, it was nice to see everyone at the race and really get good comments, and really have people in my new merch and just everything. I'm stoked with how everything is. It's just the racing has had some shitty luck, but it is what it is. And I'll be back, and I'll see you guys soon. Shout out to the Jungle. You see the new gear they just sent me, fire. And yeah, shout out to everybody else, like I said. So like, subscribe, share. See you guys soon.